Chapter 62:19. Although Jacob was completely defeated, he was helpless. But fortunately, he still had Elaine, the sea-fixing needle, by his side. Elaine's role is to firmly nail Jacob into a certain state. If Jacob is too good at it, she will knock him back to his original shape. Now that he is too decadent, she is forcing him to smile and do business. And Elaine's attitude this time is also very clear. Don't say that you, Jacob, have lost your job. Even if you become a vegetable, you still have to accompany her to shopping malls in Dubai. Even if you die, I will put your ashes in a box. You still have to accompany me to her shopping. So under the influence of Elaine's sea-calming needle, Jacob accompanied Elaine all day long, walking around, shopping, and taking photos. And his mood and mental state were finally relieved. In Oris Hill, seeing that the wedding date of Pollard and Mai Ching was approaching, Charlie also started to prepare for the wedding. Pollard was his mother's schoolmate and his elder. As for Mai Ching, although she had known him not long ago, she was also a generous and decent intellectual. Her son Paul obeyed her words and respected her. So Charlie also hoped to serve as the role of a good witness will live up to the trust of the two. In addition to being a witness to the wedding, as the younger brother of the two newlyweds, he also had to be good at giving gifts, so after Charlie considered it, he decided to give each of them an enhanced version of the blood-spreading heart-saving pill. They are all over 50, so this pill must be of great significance to them. Seeing that there were only 2 days left before the wedding, Charlie's grandfather, uncle, second uncle, and Duncan ended their investment trip in the capital and returned to Oris Hill on the Yin family's special plane. Grandpa called Charlie before he got on the plane and wanted to invite him to his house for dinner and synchronize the latest investment targets. Charlie naturally agreed and wanted to tell his wife that he was going to meet a client in the evening. However, he thought that Elaine and Jacob were not at home, and he did not want his wife to be alone. So he called Doris from the Emgrand group and asked her to find a reason to make an appointment. Have dinner with his wife. She has always regarded Doris as her noble person and the person who helped her the most when she started her business. So when Doris said he wanted to treat her to dinner, she agreed without any hesitation and then hurriedly apologized to Charlie after talking about this matter. She said that he was wronged by Charlie to handle dinner alone. Charlie fully agreed and asked her to reminisce about the past with Doris, which was considered a perfect solution. When it was time to leave for the Champs Elysees villa, Pollard called Charlie and said to him, "Charlie, your Aunt Han and I have booked a box at Shangri-La. I want to invite you to come and sit down tomorrow night. Did Aunt Han tell you before?" "Uncle," Charlie said with a smile. "What time will it be tomorrow night?" Pollard asked hurriedly, "What do you think?" "No problem." Charlie said, "I'll be there on time at 7 o'clock. After Charlie finished speaking, he thought of Pollard's recognition of the prospects of the new energy industry during his previous chat. So he asked him, "Uncle, I wonder if you have time tonight?" Pollard said, "There doesn't seem to be any special arrangements." "What's going on?" Charlie said, "My grandpa and 2 uncles are back in Oris Hill. If you are okay tonight, I want to invite you to have a casual meal with me at my grandpa's house. They have signed a lot of investment contracts this time and have chosen a lot of investment targets. I want you to analyze them." Pollard said hurriedly, "Your grandpa and your uncle. They jointly run a large group with more than $1 trillion. I am just a professor teaching in the university. They are the real practitioners of economics. I am just someone who talks on paper. How can I dare to do anything in front of them?" Charlie smiled and said, "Uncle, please don't belittle yourself. Many businessmen have been in familiar fields for a long time and have been successful. They easily develop an illusion and feel that they can succeed in anything. Based on this mentality, they blindly expand. Most of the new businesses and new tracks end up in vain. If I remember correctly, real estate companies are engaged in mineral water. Video websites are engaged in automobiles, e-commerce websites are engaged in social networking, and social networking sites are engaged in e-commerce. Those who manage these projects are all large groups with a market value of tens of billions or even hundreds of billions. But it seems that the final results are not very good. Saying that, Charlie said again, the last time you talked about new energy and overtaking in corners. It is really eye-catching. I think you can definitely give them a deeper understanding of strategy and underlying logic. Seeing that Charlie thought so highly of him, Pollard couldn't shirk anymore. So he thought for a moment and said, "That's okay. I'll show my wits and show my best knowledge. If I can help, it's best. If I can't, I'll treat it as a negative case." Charlie smiled and said, "Then give me a position and I'll pick you up." Pollard said, "I'm at school. Tell me when you're almost there and I'll wait for you at the door." Charlie has always been selfish towards Pollard. The earliest attempt was to recruit him to be the person in charge of the ISU shipping. But he was unwilling and introduced his daughter over.